I feel as though the breaking news is a major announcement, maybe, Albert. I think it's a major announcement, not from our show, but from this person. And we've anticipated this, but I think it is a major announcement. Do you have the major announcement?
A major announcement from the Mark Thompson Show. Yeah. A major announcement.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we like the major announcements. Senator Dianne Feinstein will retire at the end of her term. Yes. First elected in 1992, she will serve out her term, but will not run for re-election in 2024. This is not something that was unanticipated at all. In fact, she gave the blessing to run for her seat to Adam Schiff. You know that other Democrats are coming forward, Katie Porter among them, Barbara Lee, Bay Area congressperson. So you knew that Dianne Feinstein was going to make this announcement, but still, it's a major announcement. She's 88 years old. She's had acute short-term memory issues for years, it's said. Sometimes that's raised concern among those who interact with her. She has never acknowledged these problems. Now, they're written about, they were whispered about, but she said in a statement that she planned to accomplish as much for California as I can through the end of next year. That, of course, means that Newsom won't appoint somebody. If she were to step back, Newsom would appoint somebody to that seat. That's not going to happen. She's going to serve it out. So they say, here's just the way it's put in one text. Ms. Feinstein, a trailblazing Democratic power broker, these days struggles to recall the names of colleagues, frequently has little recollection of meetings or telephone conversations, and at times walks around in a state of befuddlement.
What?
Yes. I think I wouldn't put that in a campaign ad. I'll say that. Okay. That's about, yeah. Right.
Befuddlement, is that word?
Oh, befuddlement. You're right. Ding word. So dingable. Thank you.
That also describes my night on Saturday before the Super Bowl.
Albert, thank you.
Well, anyway, that's the news. That concludes this major announcement, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been a major announcement on the Mark Thompson Show. Major announcement.
I think this is a Katie Porter crowd, my crowd. Am I right, people? Are you all Katie Porter people? I feel like
all
more.
All the candidates you announce are pretty popular within California. I know a large group of our audience is in California, but I'm not sure which one they like. Maybe Katie Porter.
Yeah,
Adam
I'm trying
Schiff
to.
was really popular there.
Can you do a flash poll? How do you do that, Albert? Okay, so on YouTube, we're going to do a flash poll. Put Katie Porter, Adam Schiff, and Barbara Lee. Put those three in there, okay? They'll all run for Dianne Feinstein's seat. And I'm curious, with our audience watching right now, what you'll decide upon. And if you're watching in replay, first of all, smash the like button like a boss.
It with your iron rod.
Give me a thumbs up if you're watching in replay. But the other thing I would say in replay is indicate to me with a comment who you would support of those three I mentioned. So again, to review, it's Adam Schiff, Katie Porter, or Barbara Lee. So I'll put that information together with the flash poll results from today, and just in a, again, totally unscientific, but it's just a way to kind of sample this audience. I predict, my predictions are seldom wrong. I predict that Katie Porter I feel like this is a Katie Porter crowd. I do
too. I think right when we saw the whiteboard a couple years ago, I thought immediately this is my candidate.
Yeah. I mean, I like her.
And the poll is up, by the way, and we may or may not be influencing the vote with us.
Well, that's the problem. I almost didn't want to say anything because people always just vote against me, whatever I say, which I respect. But
She has the passion. She has, I'm seeing a lot of love for Katie Porter in the chat as well.
yeah.
Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
We should have put him in, the preacher. Yeah, the Movado watch guy. You know what I mean?
You can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yeah. Katie Porter, Barbara Lee, Adam Schiff, or that preacher who had to apologize to everybody when when that went viral. You know,
I offer this sincere apology to you today.
Right. We haven't had a good apology in a while, Albert. You know what I mean? A little.
Because I think we're lacking scandals, and the recent scandal was with ABC News. Everybody was like, "Yeah, this is how we do things here at ABC." And there was no apologies. It's like they were very unapologetic about it.
Yeah, you're talking about the T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach thing.
Of course, yes, my favorite piece of news in the past few months.
And I will review, understand why they took those two lovebirds off. The idea that they were rolling around in the ABC edit bays when they weren't there on the set of Good Morning America, I give them all 3 hours.
3 hours to give them the late night shift.
Let them play footsie on the set. I don't care. I don't know.
Mark, you know I'm a big wrestling fan. They had a lot of heat, and when you have a lot of heat, you have a lot of people talking. That's the time to strike.
That's
your opportunity.
That they are ratings catnip. Those two, T.J. Holmes and Amy.
There's a reason that this place is fun.
Exactly. I would have gotten those two out there. Make them the face of the network. Get rid of George and Robin, and Strahan can stay. You give him some kind of like.
No, just Strahan has enough good things going on. He's on TV all the time. Like I see him at the Super Bowl. He was saying hi to Rihanna. He can't. He's following my life, Mark. Him in the gap.
He says no to nothing, but he's also really good. I think Michael. I don't know how he does it, because he flies back and forth from New York to California. He does that NFL show, and as you say, he hosts. What is it, Pyramid or whatever? He hosts some game on ABC in prime time. He hosts everything. But yeah.
Should we reach out to him for a fill-in for the Mark Thompson show?
I reached out to him about being a guest on KGO, and he said he'd do it. And then he gave me the name of his guy. I should have known then it wasn't going to happen. And then I'm in touch with this guy. Somehow I could go back and find those emails, and I should read them on the air, because you realize after about 4 email exchanges, Michael's schedule's really tight right now. And I said, well, I don't need him for more than 5 minutes. It's just a little fun thing. And he could, talk to us from the car on the cell phone. I mean, if you won't do that, then it pretty much tells you you're not going to be getting Michael Strahan as a guest, right? I mean, here
of a couple of your other high-profile guests who you've had some communication problems with. Not going to say names, Jay Leno, but
I will tell you that it is true that we've had a couple of things that you thought would happen that haven't happened. So
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. The Leno thing was not Leno's fault, really. It was a misunderstanding, wasn't it, Albert? I mean,
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
It was now I've said. I'll just quickly remind everybody. I asked Jay Leno if he'd be on the show, and he said sure. And he said, I said, oh great. Well then, maybe we'll set it up for a couple weeks. He said, no, let's do it tomorrow morning. Let's do it tomorrow. I said, well, it's a morning show, so you have to, it was gonna. So maybe we could do it at what did I say? 10:07. Yeah, because I want it after ABC News. Remember, we had Kim's thing. It was just over on KGO. So I said 10:07. I don't want keep Leno waiting. So he sent me a message saying, I'll see you in the morning at whatever. I think he said, 6:50. What did he say? 6:50? Was that what he said? Something. He left me a voicemail. That was it. Saying, I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, a little before 7. And I was like, no. And I turned to Courtney and I said, I think Jay misunderstands. I think he's got the wrong time. I don't know what to do. And I called him. And I said, hey, man, I think there was a misunderstanding. I need you at 10:07. He said, no. You said 10 to 7. I said, no. I said, and he said, no, you definitely said 10 to 7. I'm thinking, all right, well, it's Jay Leno. I'm not going to argue with him. So I said, well,
they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for.
If I said that, I did that thing. If I said that, knowing what universe would I have said that? I know my show goes on from 10 until noon.
That's not fake. That's real.
I should have just said 10 a.m., and then I could have said, hey, Jay, won't get to you until 7 minutes after, so there's no need for you, whatever. So he said, I'm shooting You Bet Your Life then. I can't do it then. I said, okay, well, we'll work it out in the future. And I just never hassled him with it. And then his face is blowing up in some burn accident, and then he's falling off a motorcycle. The guy he's like a stunt man now. You know what I mean? You just read about Jay Leno. He's got more and more things going on, so I don't want to bother him now.
He has so many cars to go through,
Yeah.
He just needs to feel alive a little bit. I have the results of the poll right here.
All right. Is this a major announcement, would you say?
Oh, yeah, let me remove that.
Okay, this is a major announcement on the poll that we just did, a flash poll. Go ahead.
A major announcement from the Mark Thompson Show. A major announcement.
That was a loud major announcement. What is the result of the poll, Albert? Please. It was a poll.
Again, I'd like to remind everyone I need to recount this. I need to check the voting machines, but this is what we've got so far in the initial.
Who should take Feinstein's seat is what the question was. And on our YouTube poll, Katie Porter wins with 52% of the vote, Adam Schiff 37%, and Barbara Lee 9%. Again, Katie Porter with 52% of the vote is the favorite. Despite these results, if you're watching in replay, I want to know, just put in your comment, who you would vote for. Of those three, they've all said they're going to run for the Feinstein seat. Katie Porter, Adam Schiff, or Barbara Lee. Again, Porter wins. And that's about the way Albert and I both saw the consistency of the audience shaking out, so that's about right. Barbara Lee, I love Barbara Lee because she is on the right side of everything that I can see, including the Iraq War. You can go back to that. I just feel it's tough. She's 75, is it now, Albert? I think. How old is Barbara Lee?
Google it.
Yeah,
Google check.
I feel like that's right. So it's just a little harder, and I feel like Katie Porter and
76, Mark, 76.
So I will take partial credit, maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot there.
You're correct.
Money car! All right, I'll take the car. Thank you. I'll take the car. I'll donate to charity. But Barbara Lee, while being on the right side of things, I just feel as though, that's a little too old to really be in this. I hate to say that because you know how I feel like old people are still super great and relevant, even at 75 and 85. But
they're really off life experience at that point of their lives, and they're not really self-interested as much or self-motivated. Kind of like, this is just a stepping stone for me. So I feel like there's a place for them in society, and especially in government, because everyone's trying to get somewhere, Mark, and everybody's using something to get somewhere. So
yeah. Albert, the wisdom of Albert, everybody. What was it again? Everybody's trying to get, what was it, Albert, again? I want to.
You set the bar low, Mark, so you could always make it to the bar.
Oh, that's the first thing. That's right.
Albert,
Okay.
thank you.
And then this one was everyone is trying to get somewhere, Mark. Everyone's trying to get something, Mark. And then you had a third thing there. It's like almost like a haiku that you were doing there.
I actually stole that from Chat GPT.
Albert, thank you.
So all my takes on the Mark Thompson Show is filtered through an AI bot.
That's really great. I love that. Well, at least you're upfront about it. I really, I love that. A couple of write-ins. Of a couple of write-ins and additional comments and then additional story as we continue. Smash the like button
Oh my gosh.
Yes, smash it.
With your iron rod.
Okay, oh my gosh.
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely smash.
Yeah, all right. Mark Thompson Show.
The Mark Thompson.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.